Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing yet another recipe on the Pit Boss smoker. I'm excited to bring this to you. It is one of my favorite cuts of meat, and that is a beef tri-tip. It can be a little hard to cook sometimes, but I'm going to show you a simple and easy way to throw it on the smoker that turns out perfect. Just as good as any of your favorite steak cuts of meat. This is absolutely one of the best ones. So stick around. I'm going to show you exactly how we prepare this and how we cook it on the smoker in less than 45 minutes to an hour. Stick around, guys. Alright you guys, so we're going to cut this open real quick. Like I said, probably one of the easier prep things we're going to do. So we're just going to cut this open real quick, pull it out, get rid of this. Alright, so here's your tri-tip. The reason it's called a tri-tip, it's got 3 tips. They're not always a perfect triangle, but they have 3 tips on them. All I like to do is flip them over and make sure there's not too much fat on this side, and normally they're pretty well trimmed, but that looks good to me, nothing too crazy. So all we're going to do is you're going to take this tri-tip and pick your favorite seasoning. Today I am using Kindred seasoning, the blend, basically salt, pepper, and garlic. A very simple seasoning that you can buy at any store pretty much. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to generously season this meat. It is a very coarse seasoning, so it should stick pretty well while not stopping up all the smoke from getting into the meat. So all I'm going to do is take this and start lightly dusting it on. We're just going to get it nice and covered on all sides. Going to flip it over. Seasoning always makes a little bit of a mess when you're in the kitchen, but we'll clean that up in a few minutes. So we're just going to get it nice and seasoned on all sides. Don't want to leave any meat untouched. Alright, so that looks pretty good to me. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take it, and we've got the Pit Boss running at 200, and we're just going to let it run for 45 minutes or so, and then we're going to pull this thing off and sear it on the Blackstone to get a nice crust on the outside, and it's going to be ready to eat. So we're going to move outside and we'll throw it on the Pit Boss. Alright you guys, so as you can see, the Pit Boss is smoking really well. We're just going to drop this right here on the middle. I'm going to take one of my meat probes here. That's kind of hot, so we're going to grab one of our gloves. We're going to stick it right in the middle. Like always, try not to stick out the bottom, that way you get an accurate reading. Now we're going to drop this down. We're going to wait. We'll cook for an internal temp of about, normally I go shoot for about 135, 140, but since I'm going to be searing it on the Blackstone when I get done, I'm going to be shooting for a little under that. That way it doesn't overcook when I throw it on the Blackstone. We're shooting for a medium rare, just like you would on any of your favorite steaks. If you like your steak more well done, then shoot for a little higher temperature in here. That way you get a well done in the middle. But we like medium rare around here, so I'll shoot for just under 135, and then we'll throw it on the Blackstone, sear it off real nice and neat, and we'll slice it up and see how it turns out. We'll let this run for about 45 minutes, and then we'll meet you guys back here to pull it off the Pit Boss. Guys, so here we go. It's been on for about 45 minutes. Like I said, if you're going to take it to 140 or somewhere in there for a well done, you're going to be looking at closer to an hour on your smoker. But so that's done. We've got our Blackstone fired up over here. We're going to grab this right here. We're going to move over here. And we got the Blackstone fired up. I got these 2 burners on hot or high with some oil. We're just going to drop this baby down and get a good sear on it. And that's the sound we want to hear. Give it just a nice little bit of pressure so you get an even coating on both sides, or all the way across the bottom. So we're going to let it sit here for a minute, 60 seconds or so, see how well it sears, and we might give it up to 2 minutes if the sear's not what we like. And then we're gonna flip it and go for another couple minutes on the other side, get a nice good sear on both sides, and then we're gonna cut it up and see what it looks like. So it's been closer to 2 minutes, I would say. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna scoop underneath it nice and in a steady motion, flip it over, see what the sear looks like. But we're gonna give it a few minutes on this side to sear up. Sorry, my Blackstone Society is gonna smoke on me. But here we go, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Flip it over. I'm coming over here to a different area where it's not cool, where it's already hot. This side's gonna be a little bit harder just because it's rounded on that side. So not terrible sear. Got a nice coloration on it. The girls heard something over here. Just gonna kind of roll this around, try to get a sear on it. I'll be honest with you guys, this is the first time I've ever seared my tri-tips, but I think it's gonna add a nice little bit of texture on the outside of these tri-tips. So you guys are getting to see the first time we try this right alongside with us, so we'll see whether it works or not. Just kind of rolling it around to give it a little sear on all sides, because it is on a curved edge on the other side. So we'll see how this turns out. Alrighty, we've hit the temperature that we want, so now I'm going to just simply take this off right here. We're going to bring it right over here to the plate that we got set aside for it. And we are just going to let that rest for, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe, just let the juices resettle, and then we will cut it open and see what it looks like. Alright everyone, we pulled the tri-tip off the Blackstone, let it rest for about 10 minutes. Should be ready to go, ready to slice. We're going to slice it in just a minute. But I wanted to give you guys a quick recap. This video is not going to be a super long video because it doesn't take a long time to cook these tri-tips. A lot of people think when you're putting a piece of meat on the smoker that it's going to take hours and hours and hours, and it doesn't. This tri-tip honestly took, I would say, an hour from the time that y'all saw me season it to the time that you're seeing me cut it right now. And the only reason I pulled it off at about 45 minutes is because I was going to sear it. If you're not going to sear it, leave it on until it hits the internal temp that you're looking for, right? So if you're looking for a well done, 145 and up is good. If you're looking for a medium rare, that 135, 140 should be fine, all right? So don't overcook the meat, because that's when it's best, when it's nice and tender and juicy. And if we overcook that meat, it's not going to be that way. So let's pan down here and see what it looks like. We're going to get that first initial slice. That sears look nice and good on the outside. I love this cut of meat, you guys. It is honestly one of the easiest, besides maybe pork tenderloin, which y'all have seen on my channel already. All right, so let's get a look here. Nice pink color. That's probably more of a, I don't know, what'd you say, medium rare, medium well in some spots.
Perfect.
But it is a perfect cook. Got plenty of juice coming out of it. It is one of my favorite cuts of meat because you can use it for anything. You can eat it with, say, mashed potatoes or vegetables for dinner, or you can cut it up, throw it back on the Blackstone or on your stove and throw some different taco seasoning and stuff on it, and you can make tri-tip tacos, and they are phenomenal, which is probably what we're going to end up doing with this tonight, is cutting it up, making some tacos out of it. You can't beat it. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's very simple, very easy way to smoke a tri-tip, and I honestly don't think you can beat this way that you're going to smoke it. So again, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like and subscribe button, and the notification bell, so that you know when I'm posting new videos. I've got a bunch planned out for the next couple of weeks, so stick around, stay tuned, keep checking back in, because I promise you we've got more phenomenal content on the way. So guys, we'll see you in the next video, and I hope you guys have a good day. See you guys.